Hello and welcome back to the channel. Finally, in a Legacy 2-man with Esper Dildos. Pretty straightforward deck. There's no theme. It's just good creatures that are efficient, kind of, but like, this doesn't do anything when it comes into play. This doesn't do anything when it comes into play. This doesn't do anything when it comes into play. So they're like kind of dildos. But regardless, no idea what the opponent's on. I will keep this hand. Pretty like strong mana denial package here. Oh yeah. So Wasteland the bazungas off this guy. No cloud posts allowed. I'm gonna actually F5, not F6. If he goes Spirit Guide, Crop Rotation, I will force the ever-loving crap out of that. It seems like he's thinking about it. Once Upon a Time. Do I care about Once Upon a Time? I don't think I'm going to win games by forcing Once Upon a Time. Although the fact that he's not playing Wastelands makes his hand a good deal worse. So I think the plan now is going to be get a frog into play as soon as possible and try and pressure him. Glimmer Post, okay. The crazy son of a bitch did it. And let's punish him because he's been a bad boy. Oh, you gained a life, baby. Okay. You'll have to excuse the cats. They run around and make a bunch of noise, and I mean exclusively when I'm trying to sleep or record a video. Vexing Bauble. Okay, I can't do anything about that. It's unclear if I brainstorm here. I think maybe I do. Just because the fetch lands, like Swords does not seem great. Stifle seems questionable. If I can get a fetch land and... Yeah, I think I do want to brainstorm. I could put a fetch land and put back the Swords. I don't think this... I think this is the deck that doesn't play Dark Depth. I think it's the one that just like tries to shoot out Emeralds. Swords is a lot worse there. Okay. So I say that, but then, you know, snap draw, land. So I guess we're keeping Swords in our hand. Which land would I like to put back? I honestly think I don't think I want the plains the least. I am going to fetch here. I don't want to fetch Undercity Sewers because I need to cast this frog. So I think what I'll do is fetch, and then next turn probably just play the sewer. Black, blue. Get him, Froggy. I don't know that they play a ton of answers to Frog in the main deck. I can't imagine they do. Maybe Dismember. If that's the case, I'll discard my hand to keep this Frog around. My hand doesn't do a damn thing. Okay. Thinks about doing something. Interesting. So playing here, attack. I think I can discard at least Underground Sea. Let's ditch the Underground Sea. Do I want to ditch the Undercity Sewers? Underground Sea's I I guess technically a 14 turn clock. Undercity Sewers is a 7 turn clock. An 8 turn clock. But it can fix my draw. I think I'll leave it in hand. I think I'll want to play it next turn. Or this turn, I should say. Free card. Another swords. Okay, pretty bad. So let's sewer. Get that out of there. So what draws are good here? What do we like? We like... What's about? Okay. We like Murktide Regent. We like Brainstorm. We like Ponder. We like another Frog. I think we like Tameo. It's pretty reasonable. We love Force of Will. We love, love, love Wasteland. Wasteland is primo. My brother in Christ. I'm so sorry. Except I'm not. Fuck you. Fuck the One Ring. Card's stupid. I'm not sorry at all. Now, knowing that he has the ring, I'd probably love a Bowmaster. So we have good draws. Saying that, let's draw something bad. Oh, okay. Excuse me, Mr. Deck. Yeah, okay. Not as good. If he has another ring, I think stifling the protection trigger is pretty reasonable here too. Uh-oh, this seems scary. Not really. Okay, 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 hold on, hold on. That had to have been excellent, right? I don't think there's a world in which that's not excellent. So let's crack in here. Get my clue. I think I can discard Tameo. I'm pretty comfortable just not having an extra Tameo in my hand. And I think I can discard a Swords as well at this point in the game. I don't think I need one. If he plays that Eldrazi, that Rams, and can like theoretically block this, I have the Swords for the other one. What is this? For 5 instant speed? Oh, Kozilek's Command. Okay, I think I am okay drawing. I want to leave a black. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm almost certainly going to Wasteland here no matter what, so maybe I'll just do this. Try and find a Force of Will or a Spell Pierce. I guess Force of Will doesn't do anything, so it really has to be Spell Pierce. But we have Spell Pierce in the deck, so let's give ourselves a shot. We're not doing anything else with the mana this turn. Dude, fuck you! One of Spell Pierce. Kiss my ass, nerd! And just because of that, I'm going to discard a Swords. Will I discard a Tameo? Yeah, I'll discard a Tameo. Tick up. Wasteland. What do I want to hit? Probably just this. Just because now he can't go Urza Saga giant thing. Because if he did, he'd have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. That's kind of scary. This dude is killing me with the random stops. Okay. I've been like trying to freeze the recording when he just decides to wait like 20 seconds randomly. Okay. Let's start with a Ponder, because if I find Murktide, I'll cast Murktide and then probably keep this to hold up Stifle, but there is no Murktide here. Do I want Brazen Borrower? Hit him to 11. If I have to Stifle, then I can't play the Borrower. If I do Stifle, he'll go to 11, to 6, to dead. Am I comfortable enough that just casting a 3/3 next turn and attacking is enough to disrupt him? Probably not. I think I can shuffle this. See? Running super hot today. So I'm going to attack with the Frog. I'm going to... So I guess I have to decide now, do I want to regrow with Tamiyo? If I do, what do I keep? And he has Vexing Bauble in play, so Force of Will doesn't do anything. I'm kind of not short on cards. I don't think that Brainstorm or Ponder are something that I'm in love with. What I could do is regrow Spell Pierce. That way I can have Stifle or Spell Pierce up. If he plays Ring, I can Pierce it, unless he has Ring and Land. In that case, he's no cards in hand, and I don't hate my odds either. So let's do that. Let's go Exile Force, Brainstorm, Daze, Swords, Ponder. We'll minus, get back Spell Pierce. It'll grow the Murktide even more. And chip the turn. I imagine he'll crack Vexing Bauble here. I guess that's a reason to take Force of Will, is it denies him a draw. But I don't know, he could just not do this. I don't think there's much that he can draw that Spell Pierce or Stifle can get around. Oh, I could be wrong. Another Vexing Bauble. Okay. Karn the Great Creator. Okay. So we'll just Stifle his -2. I don't know what he could play. He'll probably, if I had to guess, just get Ensnaring Bridge, and I can Spell Pierce the Ensnaring Bridge. But I just, who knows what the hell random shit they can get. So I know I can win if I just do this. So let's just do this. Wow, it's down to one more blue source. That's scary. Alright. Say no to that, and I win the game. Sick. Sideboard time. What's bad? Spellbomb. So he has Echoing Deeps in his deck. So that could be a reason to keep Spellbomb. Harbinger of the Seas. Seems like it completely ruins him. Consigned to Memory also seems very good. Damping Sphere seems pretty solid. Plague Engineer, no thank you. Tormod's Crypt, no thank you. Teferi, I can't see a reason why I would want it. Edict, I guess in theory can kill Karn, but doesn't seem great. Surgical, no. Narset for the ring, something I'll think about. I guess I'll put this to think about pile 2. Dress down, no. Don't need these elemental blasts, and I don't think he has many permanents that I need to worry about Wrathus guys. So I definitely want these 4, possibly these 2. What's bad? Wrathus guys seems pretty bad. I guess I want some amount of swords, but I don't think I want them all. Do I want any swords to plowshares? Realistically. Let me creep their deck real quick. Because I think the only creatures they play that aren't ones that end the game immediately are the Mycosynth, whatever, the green ramp Eldrazi. And if that's the case, I can just fly over that card anyway. So hold on one second. Yeah, I'm going to go down to 1 swords. Because they really don't play much. That if they cast, I can't either A, just race by flying over it, or B, just wins the game for them. So what's the point of having swords in the deck? I'm still pondering the idea of Narset, because it can shut off draws from Vexing Bauble on the One Ring. I don't think I want to be doing that, though. Okay, well, I ran out of time sideboarding, because I was looking up their deck list, so we're running it back with the same 60. Hand's terrible, we're going to mulligan. This hand is much better. Can put back the Spellbomb. Basically, I was pretty all set with my mulliganing decisions, and then I was thinking to myself, does this Spellbomb actually do anything? And I went and just creeped like a stock deck list, and Spellbomb really doesn't do much. It turns off Echoing Deeps, but that's it. So my plan was to cut a Spellbomb for a Sheoldred's Edict as a cleaner answer to Karn. And I ran out of time while doing that. I'm going to keep this and just ship the Spellbomb. Okay. We both mulligan. He can... I mean, if he has the other land in the ring, he can turn 2 ring me. And that's pretty scary. So I was thinking about holding up Stifle, but, you know, I think Stifle is actually better late game against this guy, so maybe I'll ponder on 1, trying to find the Force of Will or Force of Negation. Ooh, or a Wasteland. Let's Wasteland him. And if he has Spirit Guide and Crop Rotation again, then good on him. He's down to 3 cards in hand, and hopefully I can just race that. Okay. He thought about it for a while. I don't know if he actually has those cards and was thinking about doing it, or if he's just super slow because he's been taking random pauses like on my upkeep and end of turn the entire game. So I have no idea. But what I do know is I'm going to ponder here and try and find Force of Will. No Force of Will here. Brainstorm and Murktide, though. And a fetch land. So next turn, I'd say I draw Brainstorm. Next turn, I draw Murktide. No. I like the idea of Brainstorm, but I can't... I like the idea of Brainstorm and Murktide, honestly. But I have to fetch some of these away. I can't draw them all if I want to play Frog on time. So I have to decide, is Brainstorm and Murktide better than Interaction? I don't think it is. I already have a threat. The threat can find me more threats. I just need to live for this Frog to start attacking. Okay, that's not much better. In fact, it's actually just much worse. Just trying to think of what, you know, are Brainstorm and Murktide there that much better than the average card in my deck? I think they're around the level at this point in the game. Like Force of Will, Force of Negation, Wasteland are the big hitters that I really want. There's a Wasteland. I think I'm just going to Frog here because I want to apply pressure. And this Frog can kind of really be the turning point in the game. If this thing doesn't get swords and I untap with it, then I think I'm going to win. I have Wasteland and a lot of disruption. However, I kind of feel like this is going to get swords. Once upon a time. That's not swords. But I feel like he's doing it now because he's going to swords me end of turn. That's what it feels like. Yep, and it's a fucking terribly ugly one too. It's a shame. And you get Echoing Deep so we can get his tower back. Don't like the odds in this one. But okay. He has access to 5 mana when he untaps, and I have no way to interact with him during his turn, so I don't like the odds of this at all. If I had sideboarded correctly, I think I would have kept the Prismatic Ending in. It's possible the swords could have been like a Damping Sphere, but I would have... Oh, this comes into play tapped. See, that's why we call it Learning Legacy. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I will Wasteland the shit out of that, though. Disruptor Flute. Okay. Oh, man, I really wish I got... I guess that could have been a reason to get Scrubland instead of Underground Sea. Oh, that was the perfect draw. So... bounce that. Okay. Boom. I might time this guy. I'm recording. I'm taking extra time to speak into this fucking microphone, and I still got 4 minutes on this guy. Might time him out. Isn't that fun to watch? Watch as Esper Dildo mid-range tempo times out a fucking land combo deck. Ooh, great content. Oh, fuck you. I mean, him playing Echoing Deeps to get back tower makes me think he just drew this. Because otherwise, why not just play this and play Karn last turn? What did he get? Oh, he plussed it. Interesting. Why didn't I sideboard? Okay. So, I can't play Murktide this turn. I want to make a land drop, so I think it's just Tundra. And the question is, do I want to draw Murktide or do I want to draw Brainstorm? If I play Tundra, I draw Murktide. I can just cast Murktide and have Stifle up, and that seems like it's probably better. So let's go Brainstorm, Murktide, Tundra, no to shuffling, land, go. I also really shouldn't forget about this 3-1. Vexing Bauble. Okay. Yeah. Fine by me. I do have the ending to get the Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah. Okay. Let's just make a Murktide Regent. I guess I should have not tapped the white source. My opponent disconnected, so I'm going to pause this and get some more coffee. Okay, opponent's back. And still refusing to do anything. Yay! Okay, he's back. He minus Karn to get Ensnaring Bridge, which we can kill. I guess you could make a case to Stifle there, so on our turn... Crop rotation, okay. I guess you could make a case to Stifle there. That way, on our turn, you know, we don't have to spend our entire mana casting Ensnaring Bridge. But to be perfectly honest, I think Stifle could still be good this game. And Prismatic Ending is pretty much the only reason. Yeah, see. Like right here. I'm going to Stifle this protection trigger. And I'm going to shoot down this Ensnaring Bridge. I'm going to kill this Karn. It is a bit scary that he can draw... We didn't draw with the ring. Okay. Well, instead of drawing 3 cards, he's going to draw 1 extra card. I guess my point is, his deck is, I assume, a good amount of blanks. It's a lot of lands and Disruptor Flutes and Vexing Baubles and Once Upon a Times and cards that don't do much on their own, like as a top deck. Whereas him having access to a Wishboard seems like it is probably going to be the better thing for him. Also, this dude's on less than 5 minutes, and it's still only game 2, so I'm worst case scenario timing him out. And I am of the opinion that, listen, you're playing Magic online, your time is a resource just as much as your life total is. If you can't manage it, then you don't win. Still waiting. This guy is clearly not going to be playing the rest of the game. I don't know why. I don't know if he whiffed on his ring and is upset, or he's upset that he missed the draw at the end of the turn, or if his connection sucks, or maybe he's got shit going on at home. I don't know. All I know is didn't even sideboard, and I got you. See? Disconnected. So while he loses the last bit of his clock, taking a look at the deck one more time, I don't like this matchup. I think it's not awful because we do have the Wastelands and Stifles, the one Spell Pierce, which we totally got him with. But ultimately, they can go over top pretty quick, and I don't think this deck is fast enough to race. Tamiyo doesn't do damage. Bowmaster is really slow against them. Frog... generally speaking, it's not a really fast clock. It's a good value engine, and it can be big real quick, but it's kind of sketchy in this matchup, I think. The card you want the most, it seems like, is Murktide. But, compare this to a deck like Griggs' Delver, where you have 4 1-mana 3/3s. Or, 8 mana 1-mana 3/3s. And you can pressure them a lot quicker. Okay, Wasteland does a lot more when you're smacking them for 3 or 6 every turn. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys.